Good morning and welcome back to KSNT News here on your Wednesday morning. Always a pleasure to welcome Dr. Tiffany Anderson, the Topeka Public Schools superintendent, here in the studio this morning. Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, always good to see you. Now, of course, we're starting to get our first taste of winter weather, and the name of the game last year, of course, with Topeka Public Schools was quite a few cancellations and school delays because of winter weather. So we're heading into that season, and I hear you have a new policy for school cancellations and how to work around the winter weather.
Okay, so there are a couple of things that we'll do that are a little new, but I will tell you the philosophy still remains. We can always make up a day. We can't make up a life. And if there is a question about kids getting to school safe, I have no problem with canceling, and we can make up that time or day at a later time when it's spring or summer. So keeping that in mind, that still remains intact. One of the differences that I asked for us to really look at in Topeka, other larger cities that I've been in have a snow route as well. And so there's some streets that we just know when the weather's really bad, it's hard to get to, and it's going to take a while for the snow to melt or the ice to melt. So we really are looking at what are the most dangerous routes that would be very difficult for a bus to get down no matter what, and letting parents know now, here are the routes that we may have to work around and not go to, or at least some of those streets, because of danger if there is significant ice. I think that's the really big piece.
Yeah.
Buses are prepared for ice and snow, but some of those streets with those steep inclines, we don't want to put kids or buses on the road in those conditions if we don't have to. So those few streets that we may need to skip and call it a snow route, we will post that and share that if we have a snow route enacted, it means those are the streets we're going to have to skip. That may never happen all winter, but that's one of the new procedures we're putting in place.
Okay, that's good to know. You know, another reason too in the past that you've either delayed or canceled school was because of how frigid cold the temperatures are. You know, what is your policy if temperatures just get too cold?
You know, we did have some below, it wasn't even below zero, it was like below 20. So, you know, below zero, minus 20 degrees. And so we had some really frigid temperatures. And again, if it's unsafe for kids to walk the distance, you know, we have 13,500 students. We have a number of students, majority of our elementary are on school buses. And so they walk to school and stand outside. That's not the case in other districts necessarily. So sometimes our decision is a little different in that regard. We think Advisors Excel already gave out coats 4 weeks ago, so we needed them early, and so while we know we'll be bundling up, we'll be partnering again with Big Brothers Big Sisters for open programs when there's a snow day, when it's frigid temperatures, which depending on the weather, the windshield, and the ice conditions, we may have to close, but we will try to always make the decision by 5 a.m. is when I really try to make that decision.
Okay, well, good update on that this morning. Of course, Thanksgiving is just around the corner. The holidays are here, and I hear you have a great Thanksgiving meal program as well as some plans to help students out during the breaks in terms of food for those who need it.
We do. You know, we try to make sure that every young person's taken care of, and doing that includes making sure when school is closed that we have a way to continue to feed them. And so in the past, over the summer and other times when school's closed, we've tried to have some kind of food service program in operation so that we can either deliver meals or have a school site that has meals being served to young people. So we'll be giving updates on our website throughout the course of this week and next week in preparation for Thanksgiving. Now remember, school's closed the 27th of November and the 28th for Thanksgiving break. We will be giving out groceries to about 300 families. Any family is welcome to come to Hummer on November the 22nd, and we'll be giving out groceries and Thanksgiving turkeys then.
Wonderful. Wishing, of course, everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Yes. Real quick, we do have to give a shout out to one of your teachers who is being honored in Topeka's 20 under 40.
Yes, Lamanda Broyles. In fact, Mr. Broyles used to be here. Lamanda Broyles is such an amazing person, principal of Shaner Early Childhood Academy, and she's incredible and so deserving. So that's tomorrow night. We're looking forward to that.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations to Lamanda Broyles for that honor. Dr. Anderson, thank you so much for being here this morning with us. We always appreciate it.